Welcome to episode 59 of Rebels Without a Pod, the show that dares ask the question, do you think Chuck actually knew they were filming a movie?
It's tough.
It's tough. It's tough to know with him.
No.
Joining me tonight, Andy, who does our artwork and graphic design.
Hey, everybody.
Naveen on music and audio production.
Hello.
And returning from Alligator Alcatraz is our very own Pod Daddy Eric, who texted me earlier this week, and this was kind of a busy week for me, kind of a tough week, and this just made my day when this little message arrived on my phone. The text message, in short, hey, listening to Invasion U.S.A. 10 minutes in, don't start another episode with a poem again, okay?
I think that's fair criticism, fair feedback.
I left you guys alone. I allowed you to make the decisions for the episode. You could have come up with anything you wanted related to Chuck Norris,
right?
And instead, you start with a random fucking poem.
Wait.
For a B-side movie.
You can't say you guys because
you guys.
Andy and I were thrown off. We did not know that was happening.
We were not involved in that.
Stunned silence. I thought quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Like Thomas
I totally called it.
We had no clue that was happening. That was not discussed in our.
We also had no idea what
minutes.
was happening. What was happening while it was happening?
Right.
I like how John insinuates he's going to come back to it, like it has some sort of like meaning to like the whole episode or the theme, and he doesn't. He doesn't come back at all.
I
waited till the very end of that episode to see what was going to happen, just for him to call me out, for me to fall right into what he called me out on.
And for listeners who are just joining us, because independently of our very sweaty, poetry-laden live watch and review of Invasion USA last weekend, we also went viral for the first time. Viral for a 1-minute clip from our Toxic Avenger episode that Naveen so creatively kind of spliced together. And we generously, for most of what we do, kind of get views in the dozen. That little Toxic Avenger clip, I think, where we're just doing kind of like a different synopsis and brief for the movie. There's a joke about, got to have a movie with like a guy called Nipples in it. Went into the thousands. Went pretty much tripled like our kind of channel, sort of like watch rate, like over like the weekend, just overwhelmingly like the most watched and sort of like best regarded thing.
Question.
Shoot.
I saw that when I was away, and I was shocked.
Yeah.
And I was proud of you guys for what you created. But the thing that baffles me the most is that most of the views that we got on our recent episodes were all for the last episode and had a cold open with a fucking poem, actual Toxic Avenger episode. Riddle me that.
That's the nutty thing about the analytics, is that it really, that short did no number. I'd also mention for this short, it had some of Andy's fantastic kind of custom Toxic Avenger artwork in the thumbnail. I think that kind of helped sort of move it along. But it's what's crazy, it didn't even drive traffic to our Toxic Avenger episode. It basically, because of that short Invasion USA, where, like I said, we start with a poem, all of us are heat stroked, and then we get through the movie and towards the back half are just very, very confused. It is now officially the second most watched thing of the long form videos that we put up on the YouTube channel. So
can I ask for a point of clarification? What constitutes a viral video?
I would say for us.
No, that's not my question, Johnny. For us, 50 views is viral. What actually constitutes a viral video? Like, is there a number that people have agreed upon?
I think that something that does really high, disproportionately high traffic to anything else that's sort of coming out, that's coming out for it.
I think
Yeah.
numbers, but it's also, sorry to interrupt there, but I think what Johnny's saying as well is that the speed of it. So not just the numbers, but the speed as to how quickly it got that many
once
views.
you start generating currency, then maybe you're actually making it for like a video.
Right. Because
like 5 cents, you're like, I got a nickel.
Well, we didn't say anything about
broken the top, you know,
like making money, but
3 million latest videos that just popped up the same moment that our video was uploaded. I don't know.
And just to be clear to our listener, we don't make any money.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that. Why are you?
We could have more
we
because
have
we did get another
point of clarification. We have gotten paid a little bit, but sadly, it's just been in bison bucks. So not a.
We were gunning for 10,000 views on that last episode, by the way. And with the poem, how many people did we lose within that first 3 minutes?
Probably the majority.
Yeah.
The viral quantity we needed.
It's still counted as a view.
How many views?
Talking about that viral load, you know, it's
no dislikes, right?
One
we
dislike.
We got
one 3 likes. 3 likes.
How many views did Invasion USA get?
It's I think above 60 at this point.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. Again, second place,
viral, guys.
Second place with the long form stuff after
done it. We have done it.
Definitely. The movie Invasion USA was confusing, but at the same time,
that whole weekend was weird.
Yeah, the Toxie short just shooting up, but yet Invasion USA got all the
got the list.
Got all the views. Got all.
It's not even a short for it. There's nothing out there saying, "Hey, check out this one. This is the episode."
What are you up to this time, Carlos?
Make a short of the poem and then just have no lead into it. Don't talk about it afterwards. Just have the poem and see what that does.
Make a short and have like the thumbnail just be Eric just holding up the middle finger.
Yeah.
I actually think it's a good idea that we should do. We should try this out just to see what happens.
You done it once. Look. I want to help recover from that last episode. So I prepared what you guys
recover from the second best episode, the second most popular episode we've ever done, which you were not on.
I wanted 2,000 on that one. I wanted 2,000.
For the record.
I'm bringing us back. Bring us back on the right track. In response to John's poem, I was inspired to actually put together some poems that I would like to read.
Oh, this is
that's okay with the group.
God, please do.
More than fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready? Here we go. Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits. Chuck Norris was once bitten by a cobra, and after 2 days of excruciating pain, the snake died. Chuck Norris killed 2 stones with 1 bird. A street was named after Chuck Norris, but they had to change the name because nobody crosses Chuck Norris and lives. You see where I'm going with this, right?
I wish Eric was wearing like one of those sort of like kind of beatnik berets, and like after every one of these, just like snap a couple.
Yeah, man, come on, dude. These are Chuck Norris jokes. This is what you should have done. I'm not done yet. Okay, I'm not done. Ready? When Chuck Norris left for college, he shook his dad's hand, looked him in the eye, and said, "Now you're the man of the house." All right. Chuck Norris's tears can cure cancer. Unfortunately, he's never cried before. All right. And the last one. There are no Chuck Norris jokes, only Chuck Norris facts. Boom. Mic drop. That's how you start a Chuck Norris episode.
I like it.
That's you actually look up sort of Chuck Norris's biography. All like the meme stuff hit about like 2005. And for like the next 10 years after that, he was kind of really back in like the public eye again. And it turns out he ended up using that platform for just advocating the most nonsense, bullshit, right-wing, just garbage. Like he actively used like the like the meme stuff to campaign for Prop 8. He was constantly going on TV and sort of talking about sort of like a birtherism conspiracy theories. One he was really big on was he would tell anybody that listened to him that the Obama family actually bribed the commissioner of Boy Scouts to start letting gay kids into the organization.
Let me ask you, did you not notice that he's been rocking a fucking mullet since like the 1960s? So, I mean...
And not only is he rocking a mullet, but it's a toupee mullet at this point.
Toupee mullet.
Right,
and he insisted
Actively
that
making
they
that
film Invasion USA in Florida.
Right.
So, I mean, because, you know, Florida is full of the greatest people on planet Earth.
I'm sure some of them are nice people, Eric.
Yeah.
So after the record, the aperitif that I did, I added in the years of the movies, and most of them were like in the 80s, and but it was like back to back. They were like 84, then 85, then 86. Like he was.
And we were saying on the pod, but 85, he was 45 years old at that point. The same as like all the rest of us.
That's crazy.
Just amazingly productive. You know?
I listened to the last episode. It inspired me or challenged me, I don't know which one, to actually watch the movie on my own.
Were you able to get around to Invasion USA last night?
I did.
Okay, so this is exciting.
All right, this is what I'm going to say. Okay, this is my preface. All right. I think you all were asked the question at the end, would you recommend this to somebody? And you all seemed kind of like maybe not so much. I think we're looking at these movies the wrong way. A lot of video games I've bought for Nintendo when I've actually come into money are really shitty, awful games that nobody should own. But I feel like when somebody tells you how awful something is, it kind of like you want to experience it for yourself.
Of course, right? Yeah,
because it's an experience itself.
Like, oh, don't smell this.
I don't know.
Like, go watch Opportunity Knocks.
Yeah,
exactly.
The third highest video.
No, actually, don't watch Opportunity.
No. But I think we're used to reviewing like A-tier films, and what we're watching now is like B-tier, C-tier, lower films, stuff you find on Tubi that you might just like, you're chilling on a Friday night with friends and having pizza and beers or something like that. So if you think it's going to be something you might just watch in the background while you're hanging out with buddies, I think this one like killed it. I think this was great because it made me feel it's very similar vein to like Rambo First Blood or like Commando, maybe Die Hard even. It's like you have action, explosions, some like, I don't know, Nazi arch nemesis. And then you have like the cookie cutter, like badass lone wolf who he has just like unlimited ammo. So many one-liners in this film, by the way. Sure. And I didn't see him throw one left punch because everybody was so like threatened about the right punches that here is my synopsis of the movie though. This is my takeaway, right? It's all in line with everything you guys said. Reporter was way too horny.
Yeah.
Also, it didn't end in a romantic affair at all, but I loved how she kept calling him cowboy. Something about that. It reminded me of Cowboy Bebop. Would end every episode with it's like,
see you, space cowboy.
Yes. Sure, so she's like, see ya, cowboy. And I was like, oh, that inspires a man. Clear case of armadillo abandonment. Like,
what happened to that little guy?
He fell down the stairs at one point. He's super coordinated. It's kind of like it's cute to watch, and he's just gone. And then Chuck Norris sets his house on fire, even though it's already been like blown up. I'm like, just finish the job.
Right. Yeah. You got to rob the bank, burn it down on the way out.
Yeah. Overuse of stunt cocks from all the dick shooting.
A lot of dick shooting. It's more dick shooting than I would have guessed.
That put the fear of God in me because it's like you have a bad guy that's walking around. There's a scene where he's blowing up houses on like Christmas Eve or something with like a bazooka or rocket launcher or something. But then with the subtle moments where he just grabs somebody by like the front of their pants and just shoots at their dick in their pants, not on the front of the pants, but in the pants. And he's just violating like your privacy. It's just emasculating.
It was particularly for like the age these movies are kind of coming from. It was a strange thing to kind of go back to multiple times.
He probably did it once and they're like, keep doing that.
Oh, that's good.
You know what?
Yeah.
Swap hands. Shoot with the left hand this time.
It's gonna beat Jason X when they beat with the sleeping bag.
Yeah, big sleeping bag trick.
So
I am convinced this is a Christmas movie, by the way. If you call Die Hard a Christmas movie, this is a fucking Christmas movie.
I agree that if one is, the other definitely is.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I think that might have been the only thing all three of us agreed on in the last episode.
Yeah. Oh, and I counted 5 kicks, by the way.
5 kicks.
5 kicks.
Yeah.
I did have a synopsis and brief too for anybody that's played Grand Theft Auto 4.
Shoot.
Synopsis and brief. Nico, my cousin.
Nice.
Good.
I had that running through my head more than once.
It was there.
Yeah. Now, you said there were 5 kicks. Did you only count kicks after watching our episode?
Possibly.
Yeah.
I think that one was the first one.
listening to our
It was
episode,
maybe the fight at the bar.
This is just him. He has to go in and fact check.
Yeah.
The rest were all at the end, you know, when the action intensified.
And that's why he couldn't do all those rights, because he was kicking too much.
He was kicking. He's kicking. He's a badass. He's 45, man. Those hips, they don't. They're not gonna last forever.
They don't lie.
My favorite Letterboxd review of that film was it starts with a quote, "I'm going to hit you with so many rights you'll be begging for a left," and then dash Chuck Norris talking about his politics.
Oh, that's good. That is
pretty good.
Is that not you? Is that you?
That would be me on a better day than I've had this past month.
Okay. Oh man.
Sadly. Let's Invasion USA, an interesting one, like a little bit confusing, a lot of fun. Let's move on before we do our movie of the night. I have a surprise segment for you guys. Now, Naveen, I want in post, I would like for you to add some like a couple audio drops in as I'm doing like the surprise segment. Okay. So
right.
So and we can leave this in record, but I'm good. Cue it up. When I hold up one finger, I would like for you to put in some kind of like dramatic sting, like like an old school sort of like soap opera pipe organ sting, or like dun dun dun, or like something like that. So that's when I hold up one finger, big dramatic musical cue. Okay.
Okay.
Now, when I hold up 2 fingers as I'm introducing this segment, I would like for you to drop in Brad Pitt at the end of 7 going, "What's in the box? What's in the box?" Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so one finger.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dramatic stick. 2 fingers.
I'll show you with the box. Who's in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
All right.
Okay. Ready to go?
Writing that down.
I'm already lost.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Wait until I get the next Dylan, and wait till I do more Dylan Thomas. Surprise segment.
Dun dun dun. Oh wait, no, not with my mouth. Okay, sorry.
Put it on top of it. Double it.
Okay.
Surprise segment. The name for this surprise segment, it's called "How Andy Actually Felt," aka "What's in the Letterboxd."
I'll show you with the box. Who's in the box? Oh, what's in the box?
What's in the box? What's in the box?
The box. Andrew, co-host, our dear friend, joined the Letterboxd social media movie review website a few weeks back. And he friended me on there. So now 2 of the 4 hosts of Rebels Without a Pod are on the Letterboxd service. And I have just been fascinated following Andy's experience with and interaction with the platform to a point I'm checking it on a near daily basis. Here's I got started on Letterboxd like a couple years ago, and basically all I've been using it for is anytime that I see like a new movie, I've got a list of all the new stuff I've kind of seen for a year. I drop the movie in a list, and I try to kind of keep things ranked of kind of what sort of my favorite to like least favorite were. But that's all I'm pretty much kind of doing with it, right? Mr. Andrew, on the other hand, I am fairly convinced he has been engaging with this social media platform with rabid intensity, one might describe. I am fairly sure he is trying to provide a star rating for every single movie he has seen in his entire life. If you go onto his page, you click on his account, you click on ratings, the ratings he has are spread out currently among multiple pages, and they must at this point be in the hundreds. And it's pretty much any movie you can sort of think of, people our age having watched in a lifetime. He's got, if you think, I remember loving this as a kid, I remember loving this as a teenager, this was a big thing in college, yada. Andy has logged it on Letterboxd with a rating of 0 to 5 stars. Okay.
Wait, how many Fast and Furious movies are on that list?
I didn't look. There's got to be at least.
I've never seen a Fast. No, that's not true. I've seen one Fast and Furious movie.
Don't worry, I'll
Tokyo
check
Drift on an
afterwards.
airplane.
Okay, I'll check.
You can do 0 stars.
What I thought would be fascinating to do.
That's evil.
Andy has also sort of put out a list of all the movies that we have actually kind of covered on this pod, but without explicit ratings. The list itself is just sorted by release dates, tells you very, very little about his kind of opinions of these things and his state of mind. But what I was able to do is start with that list, then go into his star ratings and actually find out what Andy's ratings were for every single movie so far that we have covered on the pod, minus, remarkably enough, Invasion U.S.A. Didn't see a star rating for that.
I hadn't done it. I actually just added it.
You did?
I did.
What did you give it? I'll add it to the paper.
Yeah, is that going to give away your little game here?
No?
I gave it 1.5 stars.
Interesting. Okay. That really sort of sweetens the pot. So what I would like to do, surprise segment.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Surprise segment. I have compiled a spreadsheet of all of Andy's reviews for all the movies we covered on the pod, and I have ranked them from most liked to least liked. And I found this list just completely fascinating to read through. So we can kind of go through this very quickly. I think.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, sorry.
But what I should clarify, and I did say this to Johnny.
What's
also.
I'll show you with the box. What was in the box? What's in the box?
What do we do when he has waving hands? Please.
I did say to Johnny that you should not read too deeply into my ranking system because it is wildly inconsistent.
So much to read into Andy's ranking.
Every one of these.
Yeah. So ahead of me reading this list, though, I want to put this to Eric and Naveen. Andy had none of the films we've covered on the show got a full 5-star ranking from Andy. A single film we covered got a 4.5 stars. So I would like you guys to predict what the 4.5 star one is, and I would like you guys to guess what the half-star rated movie was and what the 0-star rated movie was.
Oh, I mean, 0 is Opportunity Knocks.
Okay,
No,
so your guess is
no
up.
way.
Okay.
I don't think you would give that a 0.
No,
You covered every single movie that we've seen.
All of them except for Invasion
What
USA,
about
which we
even
just
the international ones?
Yes.
Everyone.
Yes.
I would say We Are Little Zombies is one of those two.
Interesting. Well, which one do you think? It's the half-star or the 0-star?
I think it's the half star.
You think it's the half-star?
I think the 0 might be Akira.
Interesting.
no, 0 is Opportunity Knocks. I agree that We Are Little Zombies would be half-star.
Oh.
Okay.
And then what was the other one? Was
one.
4?
The 4.5.
4.5.
4.5 was his highest.
It's one of two. It's definitely one of two. It's not Handmaiden. I think Handmaiden probably got like a 3. I think it's either Big Trouble, Little China, or The Thing.
Yep,
Has to be.
The Thing. I was thinking The Rock because I
didn't see The Rock, so you guys, you'd know better. Do we want to go?
I was thinking Big
this?
Trouble in Little China as well.
All right, I'll go for The Thing.
You're going for The Thing.
Yeah, I'll do it.
I'll do The
And
Rock.
Naveen, you're saying Big Trouble?
No, I'm going to do The Rock.
The Rock.
Really?
Okay.
Oh wow. Okay, then I'm going to change it to a Big Trouble.
For Big Trouble. Okay. I'm going to start from the highest ranked movie and work our way down. And both of you guys talked yourself into the right answer at one point. Eric went all the way out to Mordor, came back to the Shire. Naveen sadly sort of got kind of stranded in fucking Gandhi or wherever the fuck like the horses were. Big Trouble in Little China, 4.5 stars.
Boom.
Boom. The 4-star movies, I'll go through real quick. Blade Runner 2049, Deadstream, which is a very big surprise to me.
Whoa. Okay.
The Road Warrior, The Rock,
Makes sense.
very close to me. The Thing, The Toxic Avenger, and Who Framed Roger Rabbit, all of Andy's 4-star picks.
That's it. Wow.
Interesting. I would not have predicted. I wouldn't definitely not have predicted Deadstream. The Thing is also kind of a surprise to me.
The Thing.
Both of them were terrifically fun. Terrifically fun watches.
What's the movie with Kate Hudson that he
Almost Famous.
Almost Famous. I figured Almost Famous would be up there.
Yeah.
But it was just
it was, but I think in our episode he mentioned it wasn't as good as he had remembered watching previously.
Empire Records.
Well,
both of them.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing. Like he loved them, and then on this new watch, we did it for our
nostalgia can be a thick lens, basically.
Yeah.
It's true. It's fair.
Going down to 3.5 stars, actually first on the list, Empire Records, Kung Fu Hustle, Strange Brew, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Great Muppet Caper, sacrilege, The Handmaiden. Did you see the tiny bells? Did you see The Raid.
No, they were shut off.
The Raid was great.
Yeah. The Warriors, only 3.5 stars.
But I consider 3.5 stars a pretty good rating. Like that's like a solid B for me.
All right.
Okay.
5 stars is like
he's okay. He's not great, but it's okay.
5 stars has to be like best movie, some of the best movies I've ever watched, things that I absolutely adore. Desert Island movies.
Off the top of your head, what is one movie that you consider a 5-star movie?
Goonies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, have you watched it recently to continue thinking that, or has it gone down?
Yeah.
I have watched it recently. My opinion is evergreen.
All right.
I watched it recently too. It was pretty damn good. I also
still good.
Best.
I watched Invasion USA, but right before that, I actually watched Back to the Future, which came out the same year.
Yeah.
That one was
also fantastic.
I thought it would be great, but it was a slow start.
Marty could have prevented the death of John Eagle. He could have saved that little armadillo.
Could have. He could.
Yeah. He could have.
Well, I mean, as far as we know, the armadillo is still alive. Just
Yeah, it's kind of like that manta ray that got Steve Irwin.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows how long that thing lived for?
The Cubans, Marty. They got to do something about the Cubans. Going to 3 stars. Almost Famous up top. Followed by Best in Show. A little bit of a shock there.
Oof.
Creep Show. Sort of fair enough. Like the scary part was definitely not over. Dark Man. 3 stars for Dark Man. Dick Tracy. Strong agree on like the Dick Tracy 3 stars. That feels exactly where that should have landed. Grizzly Man, Hundreds of Beavers.
No.
Kiss Kiss Bang
They're
Bang.
fine.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Gay Paris only gets 3 stars.
There was so much comedy in that.
Cholet. 3 stars for Cholet.
I really like Cholet, and I actually look back on it very, very fondly. But I will say the first, I don't know, a good chunk of it was a hard watch for me.
Interesting. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, 3 stars. This is Spinal Tap getting 3 stars.
That's
just
that's the dick shot right there.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know that to be honest with you, I don't know that that's accurate. I wonder if I misclicked.
This is what happens when you try to
What's the
read like
headspace?
400 movies over a weekend.
I think I
Put up
might have
to 2.
misclicked on that one.
Put up to 2.
I saw you with the box. What was in the box? What's in the box?
What's in the box?
Because I would say Spinal Tap is a 3.5
Ugh.
for me.
I think you
That's
maybe
a 4 on its worst day.
the day you were rating it, you went out to get the mail and you stepped in dog shit and just you tried to clean up your stew and it just got everywhere.
Yeah, I would say 3.5.
Valkenvania, 3 stars. So that's all the 3 stars. Going down to the 2.5 stars. This is kind of a short list, but kind of a hurtful one. Dirty Work and Orgasmo, both 2.5 stars.
Ooh.
Right.
Whoa.
Just.
Sorry, guys.
No. Okay. Yeah. You know what you need when you get kind of shot in the dick? You need that stunt cock. Boom. Stunt cock.
Here's my question: am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing by participating in this podcast?
You know how hard it was, unintended, to do that Orgasmo shirt? That was
Because why?
I mean, because it's Orgasmo. I mean,
We got away
what
with
to
that.
say that wasn't like some kind of sexual innuendo, trying to keep it PG enough to
Yeah.
be listenable as a short.
In fairness, virtually no female nudity in that one.
True. I was thinking in the end, if we wanted to do something for fun because it was like South Park type graphics, you could have swapped out the dildo on his head with like Mr. Hanky. I
It's a
think
good idea. Let's save that for Patreon.
save it. Yeah.
With the 2.5 stars, King of Kong also there. Going down to the 2-star ones. Hitman, agree. Lost in Translation. Don't even know what to say.
That's
Sorry, man. That movie's boring.
Yeah. It's the Bob. Return to Oz. Not for everybody. Yeah, just and a rating I disagree with.
That's
Kind of
fair.
fair enough. Street Fighter. Street Fighter is
Wow.
in my top 10 of the year still.
you got to keep rewatching it. That's the key. You watch it once, it's so absurd. You're like, who the fuck made this? Who's this for? You watch it again, you're like,
Or you watch it the first time and you're just like Street Fighter 2 Electric Shadaloo. And then it's
Game over.
very clearly on cocaine.
I'm not going to make any excuses for my choices. I stand behind my ratings.
All right.
What's in the box?
I'll show you with the box. Who's in the box? What's in the box?
Down to 1.5 stars, we have the aforementioned Invasion USA. And here's Akira.
no.
Coming up a little higher than I would have expected. I mean, that movie that really kind of split people.
Yeah.
Now we're in the dregs. Now we're 1 star or less. Good Boys, 1 star. Inframan, 1 star because Andy fundamentally just has no joy in his heart.
I think I actually fell
no.
asleep during the record on that one.
It's because it was subtitles. He doesn't like reading subtitles.
Yeah, reading
Inframan,
is
I would have
stupid.
to agree.
Right.
Here we
Inframan
go.
was not as good. Like for a B movie, I was expecting more fun, but I think it didn't have that I'm so serious it's bad and funny comedy kind of thing.
It's like if it was background noise, you
Inframan
had it on the
was all right.
background, you had a couple of drinks or something, and the time you tuned in was when it was like the 45-minute fight scene at the very end.
Oh God, it was
I think-
unending.
Right. You don't even need subtitles for that. The subtitles would just be like kick, punch, fireball.
Yeah. I actually think I fell asleep during the fight scene and woke up and they were still fighting.
That's fair.
Everybody was kung fu fighting is actually a lullaby to Andy.
Lullaby. Yep.
Well, and then finally, 1.5 half star
Half star.
with Naveen and Eric both predicting correctly. We are little zombies. And finally, at 0 stars, the perennial podcast punching bag, Opportunity Knocks.
I couldn't even give it half a star. Just
Couldn't even-
just on
couldn't even do
principle.
it. Right.
Nope.
Mm.
I just had to say that I watched it and then move on.
The last thing I'll sort of say about like Andy's Letterboxd before moving on is I sorted everything by star rating. Schindler's List also rated at 0 stars. I'm sure that was some kind of oversight.
That's definitely not intentional. Although I don't know if I've ever told this story. I think I did, but that was the movie. That was the movie that they showed us on in my high school on the day of prom.
What? Wow!
Yeah.
Wow!
That's worth 0 stars just for that memory. Like that, nobody here is judging it. Now that we have context,
we all went into the auditorium. We all sat down, and they put on Schindler's List for us. That is a true, 100% true story. 1990, junior year, 97?
97 would be junior prom. Yeah.
97.
Wow!
Yep.
Wow.
sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Yep. Good times. Anyway,
I figured they'd play something like Carrier, but it's
Top Gun.
Yeah.
Schindler's List. Schindler's fucking List. We got to
You
learn about all the.
You can't wind them up. You got to dial the kids way, way down ahead of something.
Yep. That's right.
Jesus, just.
Thank you, Situate High School.
Yeah.
yeah.
Survivors of the New England regional education system, the four of us.
That's what they considered learning back then. Probably still now.
Probably. All the teachers were out back smoking.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. Dude,
This
where'd
is
you get the weed
Krabappel.
from?
Right. Mhm.
Confiscated off, kid.
Bunch of them going to like one guy. I can't believe you fucking did that.
Dude, they're all watching Schindler's List right now. Can
Yeah.
you fucking
Some guys
believe
just
this?
collecting 20s.
The teachers in the back, all high off their asses, just fucking tripping balls. Like, oh my god,
Oh,
so fucking slow.
look at Liam Neeson.
Doesn't that movie actually end with Liam Neeson, the actor, going to the real Schindler's grave and placing a flower on it? Like I've never actually seen this thing, so maybe
I
yeah.
think it did. I think
Oh.
it did. But even in
Maybe.
spite of all that, it's not a zero. It's not a 0 star.
Okay.
That's not fair.
I've never seen Schindler's List. I didn't go to prom either, so that's just
I like how in Darkman still got what, a 3-star rating. So. Let's see where your priorities lie.
Let's move on. So tonight we're going to be continuing the B movie podcast cycle. This is Eric's pick, Frankenhooker. Now this is a 1990 comic horror film directed by Frank Henenlotter, starring James Lawrence, Patty Mullen, Charlotte Helmkamp, and Louise Lasser. We'll basically do a watch the movie and then sort of like dive a bit more into like the background of this thing and kind of give our sort of view and kind of final thoughts on the thing. But Eric, do you want to say anything sort of briefly before we pause the record and throw the movie on?
Yes, something that caused me great happiness today is I discovered that the title for the movie for the Mexican release was called Frankenputa. I stumbled upon that. I saw Frankenputa. I'm like, I'm always going to call it that from now on.
Oh no!
This movie's
Bueno.
great.
Yeah.
I used every year. What I do is leading up to like Halloween, I'll watch a ton of like horror movie reviews online, and that's how I found movies like Brain Damage or Basket Case, which are other Henenlotter's movies. There's not a whole ton that he's done, but
He has a
Frankenhooker
pretty
is
small
one. That,
filmography, but what he's done are like a big chunk are kind of considered sort of cult horror comedy classics now.
I mean, really, these two, and then you have Basket Case 2 and 3, which people talk about. Basket Case 2, they actually filmed the same time they were filming Frankenhooker.
Oh, interesting.
But yeah, Frankenhooker, because of its rating, I think it made box office like 200,000. Not a whole lot. But yeah, this popped up on my radar. I watched it like several years back. I thought it was pretty funny at the time. It falls in the same kind of area as like Toxic Avenger. It's very trauma-esque. Just weird dialogue, just random gore, nudity, all fun, kind of fun trauma stuff that you usually expect with that. Also, Bill Murray apparently approved of this movie.
I have that link in the review notes.
Came
No
out in
review from
1990.
Roger on this one, but yeah.
So it must be worth checking out.
Sweet. Okay. So Naveen, let's pause the record, watch the movie, and we'll be back in a little bit with our review of 1990 Frankenhooker.
All right.
Frankenputa.
Frankenhooker. And the four of us have just wrapped up watching Frankenhooker. And we're all the better for it. We're all the better friends because of it.
We've come a long way, boys.
Brought us closer together, indeed.
Yeah. Andy looks like he wants to crawl back into one of the graves they buried those women in. But Frankenhooker is a 1990 comic horror film directed by Frank Henenlotter, starring Jamie Lawrence, Patty Mullen, Charlotte Helmkamp, and Louise Lasser. Synopsis-In-Brief. Do you guys remember summer '97 when Estrogen Bloodbath played Ozfest and like Lilith Fair the same week? Best killer.
All right, I'm done. I got nothing.
You got nothing.
Who else has one?
All right, let me go. Synopsis in brief. When a man loses his hose, he loses everything.
Synopsis in sort of brief. O Babylon the Great, mother of harlots and abomination to the earth, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great horror, the woman arrayed in purple and scarlet. Kings of the earth have committed fornications and lived deliciously with her. They shall wail and lament when they see the smoke of her burning.
And
How did we get all of that down?
Poetry on the podcast. That's
Yeah.
I am shocked that you retained that much.
Yeah, that's well done.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
Wow.
Naveen, you got one?
I guess. Oh man, this is just gonna suck now. Really.
Do it.
I've got a few, but I'll start with I think maybe my worst one there. But synopsis in brief: forget brainstorming, try brain drilling.
Ah.
There we
Okay.
go. There we go.
Okay.
Warming up.
Synopsis in brief. How much for a purple nipple?
What about a purple nipple?
Yeah. Wow. That's extra.
Synopsis in brief. Pretzels good.
All right, synopsis in brief: I gotta get another shoe. Oh my god, bunions.
Synopsis in brief.
Go ahead.
So somebody I can't even fucking do this. Somebody babysit my guinea pig.
Synopsis in brief. Do you want a sandwich?
Oh, that was one of mine.
Instead of synopsis in brief, I have alternate title. The Thing About Hose.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah. No booze for that one.
So I had another one there. Hopefully it's a good one there. It was synopsis in brief. Inconceivable. If I
That's a
could
good
say it
one.
right.
Inconceivable.
Capable. Synopsis in brief. The
Yeah.
Legend of Zorro.
Synopsis in brief. Budget of 1.5 million. How much of that did they actually just have to pay out to Zorro? He just feels like a guy that ended up on set.
You know, man, he's got to pay for his bitches somehow.
Synopsis in brief, like Jeffrey, I also hope I'm doing the right thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, synopsis in brief. Could you please pass the ketchup?
Love it. That's a good one.
That's quality. Yep.
Synopsis in brief, we never found out about that coleslaw.
Synopsis in brief. What about dessert?
Frank Henenlotter is known primarily for directing a number of cult classic horror comedies, the most famous being Basket Case in 1982 and Brain Damage in 1988. No review from Roger on this one, but Variety magazine wrote at the time, Lawrence has inspired moments of self-absorbed craziness as Jeffrey, and Mullen reveals a fine talent for physical comedy when Elizabeth returns as the lumbering, mind-blown Frankenhooker. Kevin Thomas of the New York Times called it hilarious, totally outrageous grin and gore comedy, and reportedly, Bill Murray himself was quoted as saying, Bill Murray, star of, let me sort of like double check that real quick. 2-star rated Lost in Translation. Was once quoted as saying, if you see one movie this year, it should be Frankenhooker. Let's start for the guys who this is a new one for. Naveen, you want to go first?
Yeah, I will go first, sure. This is a B movie, and it did it well. Yeah, it was hilarious. It was just way off the mark, like it's weird and doesn't make sense in any way, and some of the things happening, but it was just fantastically fun. And just even, I mean, amazingly, with a 1.5 million budget for this kind of movie, I'm surprised somebody thought it was that good to put that kind of money into it.
Yeah.
Their effects were fantastic. The little transitions from people to the mannequins blowing up was you couldn't see it. It was seamless.
Doesn't this
Oh,
movie
man.
have a feel to you guys of just they were having a fucking goddamn riot like making this thing?
Yep.
They were probably on the rock
Yeah.
that they were made
Yeah.
there.
Super
Yep.
drugs.
Super drugs.
It's crazy. I saw this online. There's so many facts about this film. The
Mhm.
one I love the most is the MPAA gave this an S rating.
An S rating.
That's rating. What is
S
that?
rating.
What does that
I'm not
mean?
sure what the S stands for.
Satisfactory?
Yeah,
On my report card, it'll pass.
yeah, this would be me in college.
That
Super.
S was see it twice.
So this is crazy, right? I was laughing at this, but in order for them to get this down to an R rating, how many exploding hookers do you think they had to cut from the film
How many exploding hookers?
They cut any?
in order to get to an R rating? So when they released it at the theaters, they actually released it as unrated.
Mhm.
Because who's going to lead with an S? But
There's a fantastic documentary from about 2005 about how completely arbitrary and psychotic the MPAA actually is for rating things like this. But when you watch this documentary, it sort of points you to things like the distinction for how they will rate an R-rated movie versus an NC-17 movie will come down to literally the number of thrusts that are actually filmed during like a sex scene between two actors. It is it's a thing run by complete and utter lunatics. I'm going to say 5. How about 5?
so just so you know, there was 7 exploding hookers
7 exploding hookers.
In the actual.
in the film. Yeah.
So I'm
that-
gonna say they cut out 13.
Oh,
13
sorry. I meant so out of the
13
7 exploding hookers, how many did they have to cut out? So there's in the unrated version, it's 7.
Oh,
To get
okay.
it down to an R rating, how many of those?
Oh,
I feel like
exploding
we saw
hookers did-
5. I feel like we saw 5 totally.
Did we watch the
Unless
unrated-
we actually
I think we
watched
watched the unrated version. I think this is the unrated one.
I feel like we saw 7.
gonna
Minimum.
say-
Yes. How many?
4.
How many?
4 they had to cut.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
they had cut down to. They cut down 5.
Mhm.
Cut out 5.
Go, John.
Go down.
No, guess.
Yes.
Don't go down.
All right. So
Go to burn.
Price is right. I'm going to say they showed 0 exploding hookers in the R-rated cut. Price is right rules.
They showed 6 exploding hookers. in the
Only
R-rated
one.
version.
1.
They only had to cut out 1.
Just one.
Good to know.
All
That's
right.
what that just okay. Just 14% less. Mature teenagers.
How many serial killers are we going to spawn from this movie? Well, if we had, 6 exploding hookers, that's not as bad as 7 exploding hookers. So maybe it will reduce it by 10%.
Right.
All right, Google short. How many
I
hookers
have
did they
these
get rid
here.
of to make it R rating?
I
Yeah.
have these charts here. 6 exploding hookers is fine. 7 is too much. It's made by the same guy in the movie who drew like the weather map that was clearly just marker.
Yeah, they left in the part about the Chinese. They're like, that's fine with you. Fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's a Chinese one.
This movie's killing it in Florida.
Andy.
Well,
the Siskel
So-
and Ebert of our current little crew. What'd you think?
Yep. So this just in,
Mhm.
Andy rates Frankenhooker a 3.5 stars.
I feel
Wow.
there's a bit of a curve.
Oh.
There's public pressure now.
No, not at all. Not
Okay.
at all.
Are you also
I
going to rate? Are you also going to rate Schindler's List like while you're on the website?
I gave Schindler's List. I think I went back and I gave it 2.5 stars.
It's.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. I think that's fair.
I think a 0 was fair. That's a fucked up sounding call.
Yeah, I know. When you have context, I mean, I get it.
Oh no, 2 stars. I gave it 2 stars.
2 stars.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
So yeah, I mean, I guess really nobody cares about my opinion on this movie. What I think every
We literally spent the first half of the podcast talking exclusively about your opinions.
Yeah, no,
Although I love how Andy stopped in like the first 10 minutes is like, guys, can we just pause for a break? I just want to grab a sandwich if that's okay.
Egg salad sandwich.
The thing that I want to know.
Naveen, you're the closest check on Hill after this.
All right.
The thing that I want to know is, Eric, where did you find this movie? Like, how did this work? I mean, just how?
Look, if you watched some of his other movies, I think this
Next
one's
week, Basket Case.
Yeah. Basket Case is the same kind of thing. And that was kind of like the gateway drug. And you see that one, and that's about somebody's like mutant twin brother that is kept in a basket what was it? No, conjoined twins. And the brother, the weird mutant half was removed and kept in a basket.
Like teratoma that he just like the normal one carries around in a basket and things. Yeah.
But it has, again, it's the same kind of thing, the same kind of humor. The guy's sitting at a bar with his brother in a basket. And this woman sits down. She's having drinks with the guy. She goes, "So I had to ask you, what's in the basket?" And he's like, "Oh, my brother." And then she's like, "Your brother?" And they're like both laughing. And then he just starts making fun of his brother. And you hear the basket like, and it's all like puppet and stop animation. It's so funny.
It's a movie we will have to watch at some point.
But this one, I did see a couple reviews on YouTube for it. They're like, "Hey, if you like this other fucked up movie, you'll probably really like this one."
Yeah.
So when did you see this movie the first time?
Like 2019, maybe?
Oh, so like semi-recently.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
I just remembered that it starts out slow and then it just explodes into like chaos.
Yeah.
For like the rest of the film.
Yep. It
But
sure
it's
did.
like joyful chaos.
Yes. For me, I think kind of no surprise. Like this is so much my shit. This is so much my wheelhouse. I was excited about my pick, Reanimator, until watching this thing, and I'm looking at it kind of going, this Eric really upped the game for kind of niche practical effects, wackadoo kind of 80s horror like this. I don't know. This was fucking great. If you're a horror fan, you know how much like the genre is haunted by unoriginality, by repetitive ideas. You start something and you're like, oh, maybe there's an interesting thing or two, but it's 90% some bullshit I've seen like 1,000 times before. Like the phrase "some good kills" in this one, literally kind of, I mean that's illustrative of just the fact that most horror movies just don't really kind of do like a ton to kind of like differentiate themselves. This film from start to finish was completely shit you have never seen before. And that's really just as a horror fan, sometimes that's just like the most fun that you can have is when you realize, oh, this guy got to make exactly the movie that he wanted to make, and it came out exactly the way that it sort of pictured that he pictured it in his head, and that was amazing.
The thing that blows my mind is he was filming this as well as the sequel to like Basket Case at the exact same time.
Wow.
And so I heard like he used some of the same sets. So you see the same shots in both films. But,
did he get more? Yeah. Did he get a bigger budget for?
No. So this movie was the biggest budget he had gotten for a film.
Really.
And the majority of it was spent on exploding hookers.
Yeah.
Right. And
after they had done that scene with exploding hookers, he was like talking to like the crew, and he's just like, "So how much do we have left to build a lab?" And they're like, "Nothing. We spent it all on the exploding hookers." But I love how they can get away with this. It can't be enough that you can get away with a scene where some guy kisses Frankenhooker, and he's Elizabeth, sorry, and she starts like he glows electricity, and then a second layer, it's a mannequin head being thrown out a window into like an alley, and you're like,
a similar thing to the Toxic Avenger, where like the special effects are cheap and obvious, but it doesn't for a second detract from like the movie itself.
Exactly. You just move on. You're like,
it's just part of the
that was something.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about it. I remembered the twist ending, but the whole thing with Zorro and like the chest and like those weird mutant chicks in there in the serum. It was, oh my God, that was so glorious.
Yep.
Yeah. This director only sort of made sort of 3 pretty well-known, kind of like his top 3 films: Basket Case, Brain Dead, which even if you haven't seen, has a VHS cover that you see once, and it's just it'll permanently lock into your mind.
Brain Damage, yeah.
Brain Damage.
It's weird. It's if you see it, it's got some crazy special effects too. Again, with a lower budget, they did quite a bit, so it's pretty wild.
The writing in this is great. I think like the acting to kind of echo the point Variety kind of made, like the acting with like the 2 leads is really like pretty fucking good. Just Jeffrey. Jeffrey's a great mutterer. Like the fact he's just kind of going around. Most of the movie, it's just him talking under his breath. He's like, Chinese one. When he's looking up the schematics at the and then Elizabeth doesn't have as much kind of time, but the shit that she's kind of doing with her jaw and kind of stumbling around, like the fact she's kind of in a fat suit at the beginning, and then is actually really just sort of beautiful, kind of sleek, and just completely sort of psychotic. It just feels like Frankenhooker is a movie I've actually heard a couple times on the actual popular mainline movie podcast I listen to when they do like a horror episode. Frankenhooker, I feel like, is one of these that's sort of been kind of rediscovered the last few years because of Letterboxd, because of kind of the resurgence of some kind of like indie cinema. This is a thing like people are kind of coming back to and be like, holy shit, this is actually really funny, really original, and like an impressive bit of work for a guy that was just on a completely shoestring budget.
Yeah.
A shoestring budget. That time, I don't know. That's called shoestring budget. But
yeah,
it was the 90s. It was the 90s. Just like
today's day, like with inflation, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. How many mannequins could that get you in 2025? With tariffs and shit. Yeah.
I've got a question for you guys, because again, watching this film, I was thinking about it. Imagine that your significant other had died in a freak accident, such as a lawnmower. How do you think you would Bride of Frankenstein your other back?
In what way?
That's the question. Sense? How would you do it? Like, how would you bring them back to life?
Yeah.
If they had been like chopped up into pieces.
Oh man!
Keep in mind, we are going to invite all of our significant others onto the pod on a future episode to respond to whatever our answers are going to be. So
yeah, exactly.
Got it. Noted.
Yeah, it's a good thing mine doesn't listen to this.
I know. I was like, so I have this real doll that I just ordered online, and I was hoping I could.
Oh, all right.
Well, apparently it's canon that you can weld human bodies together now based on
it's like a metal-based kind of glue that you just kind of
welding to human flesh.
Weld them.
But here's the problem. I don't know how to weld. So
you're just giving up.
No, I think the obvious
weld.
No, weld. I think the obvious answer is duct tape.
What's in the box?
Andy.
Oh, look, I brought it up to 4 stars. Fuck yeah. There we go. I got it up to 4.
Divide by pi.
Yeah.
Yeah. E equals MC square.
Go for it, Andy. Finish up.
No, I think the clear and only answer for me is duct tape, because if you can't duct it, fuck it.
Duct tape works.
So to clarify, to bring Hill back, you're not even kind of going to night school. You're not even going to like you're not driving out to Worcester to kind of go to like just one like the tech colleges or something like that to kind of learn some welding on the side, basic electrical work.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I run.
He's just gonna sit there in a box.
I got 2 jobs, man.
Right.
You're not gonna go find like some streetwalkers to get some, experience about what kind of woman
in
part
Worcester,
you want
Massachusetts.
for years.
Not in Worcester, Massachusetts.
You're not gonna head down
Well,
that weird part of Shrewsbury Street.
Florida. I'm just saying.
Right.
It's all there.
Nope.
The alligators.
Walking alligators.
Body parts.
Yeah.
Devine, how about yourself? How's your woman coming back?
All right. It's like I don't want to put this on record.
Oh yes. Did you just get married recently?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a make or break
Grand
moment.
closing.
I mean,
Let's turn up his audio. I want to hear that, like the panting, like.
How long do you have to make it an annulment as opposed to a divorce? I mean,
Well, Eric, you're saying all this like he doesn't have final cut.
yeah.
I know.
Buddy, just go off. And
Wow, we recorded 7 minutes.
All right. Well, seeing as how somehow when Mr. Jeffrey Franken, Dr. Jeffrey Franken, put Elizabeth together, somehow the brain morphed with the body parts and always just thought about hooker things. So if that's true, then my wife is a teacher. I should probably get teacher's body parts so it stays with the right profession.
Nice.
So, and plus, I work there, so it'd be easy to find body parts and things.
Right.
That's right.
How easily do you think you could get some of those teachers hooked on super crack?
Oh, that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
Utterly awesome.
Utterly awesome. I was like, oh, we got drugs.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Just shove them out of the way. Super drugs.
Yeah, just put it in a bowling ball bag and don't go in there, please. Don't.
You send all the kids into a different room to watch Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Exactly. I may try to pick up a little skill here and try some sewing as opposed to welding.
Okay.
Interesting.
But it may end up being, the rubber cement route like he was doing or whatever,
Are you listening to this, Andy?
I
He's
still
putting in
listen.
time for his woman.
Naveen only has one job. And he gets summers off. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Sewing as a pastime.
There's always a million reasons to not do something.
So that's the way I'd start with. Am I missing anything? I don't know if I'm missing anything. I got
Nope.
body
I think that's
parts,
good.
No,
how to put it together. Yeah.
don't worry about that. It's semantics.
I think that's good. Johnny?
My woman's just going to come back on her own.
Oh,
I
cop out.
I don't
Cop
know.
out.
I don't need to step in. She's got on her mom's side the family,
Like the ring?
all the elderly women up in Akita Prefecture. She's telling me about how they can all talk to ghosts, and she's just waiting it for to kick in for her. She'll be fine. She'll be complete.
So she'll be bringing you back, is what you're saying.
Probably not, but if
She can at least communicate with
He
you.
has the choice.
Yeah.
Papa, how about yourself?
Wow. I mean, I thought I was going the safe route and I was going to bring her back like RoboCop style.
Oh, nice.
So
That's a great
kind of
call.
like, I came upon the idea because I asked my son, I said, hey, if mom had an accident and we need to rebuild mom, what do you think? What do you suggest we should do? And he goes, where's she going? And I said, let's just pretend she went somewhere and then like part of her came back. How would we rebuild the rest of her? And he's like, maybe a robot. I'm like, that's fair. It's fair. I don't have the skills, but I'm sure I could watch some videos on YouTube and DIY it and just kind of
reach out to
robots
Dean,
with human
see
parts.
how like the sewing is going. Like Andy's going to be no help.
I got extra duct tape.
Okay.
Duct tape, you need it to keep the robot parts together with the
Thought
flesh.
about the robot parts, but I mean, getting intimate does not sound fun.
Well,
you know what? I mean,
clearly never seen the movie Companion.
No, I've heard
I
about
was
it.
gonna
But
say,
that's
yeah.
Heard about it from this
I would-
episode of
I'm
Nice
gonna
News.
install a rumble pack in her ass and just doesn't turn off this blasted
Now you're
device.
playing with power. Actual power.
He gets a fleshlight in there.
Oh, baby, I'm the god of war.
I've been thinking, like with like all like the Star Wars miniatures I've been painting, I've wanted to do a Scarlac pit at one point, and I'm just trying to kind of think like what would be like a sort of like a kind of quick and easy kind of DIY sort of thing I could do, and I came up with the end of a fleshlight plus some Lee's press on nails would sort of make like a pretty good like miniature Sarlacc, right?
I think that's maybe the next best thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we got that figured out.
Close a poem by Dylan Thomas.
Oh God, no.
Eric, any other questions for us?
Questions. I have a fun fact that I thought was great.
Shoot.
Apparently, after the filming of the movie, Henenlotter, he took the pile of fake breasts and signed them and gave them to the cast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait,
How lucky.
I
he had
would
enough.
lay
he had
that
enough
in
fake
my
breasts for the whole
apartment
entire
like my
cast?
grandparents' ashes. Like that would be that. I mean that shit would be on the mantle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's because you live alone. You can get away with that.
Thank Christ.
Let me
Yeah.
actually
and then-
here. Let me ask you a vanilla question about this. This film.
Here we go.
This is definitely a comedy.
Uh-huh.
How much of this do you think is horror? Would you recommend? So you mentioned earlier about like what horror can do, but would you recommend this to like a horror fan?
1000%, absolutely,
Really? Okay.
Really?
without any reservation. I'm about to text. I'm gonna, as soon as the record is done, I'm texting my brother.
For like somebody in their 40s, maybe. But would you recommend? Here's the thing: when I saw this movie, I was like, I don't know if I could recommend this to somebody, say, in their 20s.
Okay.
Because of the kind of horror that they watch, they don't.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people in their 20s maybe are not open to older films with special effects.
A counterpoint again, because of the rise of Letterboxd, because like kind of this crazy resurgence of kind of like indie theaters across the country, because of the ability to kind of watch any of these things, like all the shit is kind of free on Tubi or sort of kind of public domain websites or like whatever else. Like there is a legitimate kind of fascination with kind of older horror and particularly stuff out of like this decade.
But think about what they're showing in the film too. It's exploding mannequins. They're not showing that much blood in the film. They're not showing that much gore with like organs flying around and stuff like that. I think it seems.
I would also say
like
there's an element of one of the things I find myself kind of enjoying about kind of watching B movies, having like done this podcast as just complete sort of fucking amateurs, not spending any money on it over like the past kind of year and change. At least for me personally, it has kind of given me a bit more appreciation of just kind of fun amateur efforts, like the fact that these people spent their lives trying to do niche kind of outsider kind of weirdo horror comedy like this instead of like working in a fucking office is, to me, exciting. It's energizing.
If you think about the film like The Substance, for example, right? I feel that is kind of like that.
There's a huge analog.
Like
There's a huge analog.
Shock, like horror with all that kind of stuff. Do you think, though, because that was received so well, and I feel like people that liked that would maybe like The Toxic Avenger, would maybe like this film, or could find it if you're looking for those kind of films. Do you think that they could remake this film with a bigger budget?
With a bigger budget.
And make it a lot, maybe gorier.
Is going to be answered basically in August when like the new version of the Toxic Avenger comes out.
Yeah.
Right. This one,
what do you guys think?
For me, just looking at it, it really didn't become horror. I would say I really didn't find it to be horror until like the end when you saw the little whatever amalgamations or whatever came out from the freezer chest, you know, those little creatures and things. That's where I think the biggest horror, even though I guess, you know, putting together a Frankenstein monster type deal is similar in that vein. old school kind of horror there. But yeah, as opposed to recommending it, I mean, I guess so, but I'm kind of leaning towards what Eric was saying, where some of these younger groups or newcomers into really getting to horror are looking for that scare factor more so than a comedy type thing. But maybe later,
maybe I think like different people sort of kind of find like their different kind of tastes and subgenres. Like horror comedy has always been a thing, and highly kind of lurid, raunchy horror has always kind of like been a thing. Like the comp Eric has like is a really good one. Like The Substance had Academy Award nominations, and it is in there's on top of just like obviously the higher budget, more famous people, there's more theme and messaging, but The Substance and Frankenhooker, there's a lot of overlap at like a lot of like kind of different levels at the same time. And that movie was huge. That movie was a really just kind of streaming like big titty success, as they say.
Yeah.
Is the Substance also comedic?
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't know anything about it, honestly.
My fourth favorite movie last year.
Yeah, I don't know from what you
Not
guys
me.
did and from the Cunny episode and stuff, but
Yeah.
everything you talked about, you never mentioned it being a comedy horror type deal. It always seemed like it was some kind of serious.
I don't know what it is. If it's
I'll let Eric speak to this. Like
I don't-
how much of The Substance was comedy, how much was horror, how much was kind of message movie.
I want to say comedy, maybe like 20-30%.
Mhm.
I think the thing that I was laughing at the most, I was just so shocked by some of the things I was seeing, because I would not expect something with the budget this big that has Demi Moore in it, that has Dennis Quaid in it, to be
Where
showing
it
these
goes by the
kinds of
end.
things. Yeah, there's so many moments where it's just it's hard to watch, not because it's like it's bad, it's just like it's disgusting.
Right.
And it's like there's body horror if you're not into that kind of stuff.
You
where
know
somebody's
how rare
sticking
a
up, like somebody's
situation where
spying it.
I'm smiling and clapping the whole time, and Eric is just horrified. It's
In the last half hour is mostly me just going, what the fuck is this? How is this? How are people praising this film? How is this? Like, nobody should be watching this film. This should be at like, I don't know, like late. I don't know, at midnight at like your local movie theater that you pay $6 for tickets and get beers for like
it's
$5.
astounding a film at that scale sort of got made, and it's first cousins to something.
And people you don't expect are like praising it. I'm like, this is everything that I would think that you would hate. What are you finding in this that you relate to? What do you like about this? It's no Schindler's List.
It's no Schindler's List. Imagine a group of high schoolers watching The Substance before prom. That seems like it would actually discourage sex more, because they'll walk out being like, I don't even know what to think.
They're like, it's going to be a Carrie moment tonight.
Or they could watch Frankenhooker and be like, all the prostitutes blow up. I don't want to do sex.
Yeah. Well, come on, baby. What can I get tonight? I got money. I got drugs.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Oh, yes.
Super drugs.
I know this place. Yes.
I know this place. Yeah. Was it Los Huevos Grandes?
Any other questions on Frankenhooker before we wind down?
I mean,
Nothing for me.
Isn't there a podcast or something? That does, and their name of the podcast is "How Did This Get Made?"
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty much that question. How did this get made? And it's great. And I'm not asking you to answer that.
Occasionally, like on that podcast, they say, for this movie, we're going to call the show "Thank God This Got Made."
Yeah, I'm glad it got made, because it was fun. It was just a lot of fun.
Yep. That was a good choice, Eric. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it.
Sweet. Okay, so coming up next week, Andy's selection for the B movie cycle. This is not only like a big deal one to him, but I spoke briefly while Eric was gone. But this is an institution he knows well about. Canon Films, notorious 70s and 80s schlockmeisters made some like the worst movies, most kind of crazy shit like of our childhoods. They did Invasion USA, famously Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, where he fights a guy with radioactive fingernails. Famously, the live action Dolph Lundgren, He-Man, and the Masters of the Universe movie that's mostly kind of filmed and set at suburban Burbank at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Canon Films, as it turns out, also produced the movie Rad, which Andy, I'll let you say like a few words about this movie and your choice.
I mean, it's a special movie to me just because I watched it so much as a little kid. I haven't seen it in years.
Mm-hmm.
I anticipate that it absolutely does not hold up. But I think it will be a fun, cheesy throwback for all of us to, the 80s, riding around on our bikes and pretending like we're doing BMX stunts that we have no ability to actually do, and having a I guess you would call it a BMX waltz with Lori Loughlin, which is very relatable for everybody. So yeah, I think it's going to be good.
Mercy.
Yep.
I was going to say, I'm calling out my synopsis and brief ahead of time.
What's it going to be?
Have mercy.
Yep.
It was rad.
It was
Right.
rad.
Has anybody here seen Rad?
Radmobile.
I believe I did.
Rad is actually a movie
once.
that my brother advocated for me multiple times, independent of the pod, independent of any conversation. He's like, hey, great, amazing 80s B movie. You got to check out Rad.
Right.
But have you watched it?
No.
Okay.
It's fucking
Got it.
great. You'll love it. All right. Yeah. I'll check it out.
Okay.
Cool.
Rebels Without a Pod, episode 59. So it's going to be largely a sort of a live watch and response to Rad next week, but we are also going to be doing, I think, at least initial discussions, if not outright pitches, for the next set of kind of film cycles we're going to be doing for the podcast. So stick around for that. If you're joining us for the first time, thank you. We are typically this stupid every week. If you've been listening to us for a very long time already, you already kind of know that. So in either kind of way, much appreciated. Gentlemen.
Still listening. Much appreciated that you're still listening.
Yeah. You got through the poems. You made it this far. Stick around.
Stick around. Take care, gentlemen. Talk to everybody in a little bit.
We're gonna. Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Bye.